Yeah, glitch the guarantee. E&E. Put your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no brakes. Niggas not seeing me ever, I mean no dates. Fuck around and end up gold, you getting misplaced. E&E, the shit that I claim, you dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough, you need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck, so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy when it's sick of me. I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on a limb, I take extremities. I can see right through on transparency. Heard their self-esteem low, insecurities. Now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Butcher boys, E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double it.
Let's go, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. Automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Butcher boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Flow sick, corona, jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shave the extras, that's business, starter fees. Street blues, what I talk, royal blood flowing free. Power on my mind, no say gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, firm, gully mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over when my time stops.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we beg your pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they be harder. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pro. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pulled the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go, let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. Let's go. All the hustles getting money, let it show. Let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. Get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Producers, this plugin helps you finish your tracks way faster. Check this out. I'm going to start with this loop that I made here.
Now year to the day.
Yeah. Glitch the guarantee. E&E. 2020 got me seeing so clear. Put your boy shit. Lost and glitch. We cool niggas. This is
Boogie Major.
We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Ball looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit. Kill him in vain is vanity. Yeah. Do it again, it's insanity. Yeah. Nauseous a real vigilante. Yeah. Killing these kids is plan B. Hood is too hot with an antifreeze. Blowing on leaves in these planted trees. Don't break the code, this family. We cutting off legs like amputees. My flow was classic, antique. Freaking the beat is it Japanese. Ever our cook is a masterpiece. When money talkers, we Guapanese. Fire and flame mixed with gasoline. Pass to my sons, that's the legacy. Study the gang, how they testing me. They dropped the ball, man, that's incomplete. Beat them so bad, make them retreat. All of these gems you can retweet. Play with your boys on repeat. You pay the price with your receipt. Below $1 million, flipping it. Everyday noise get sickening. Trying to flip bills to trillions. Turning these good girls to villains. Lyrics is sick. Push up with shit. Any clip we represent. Put it on wax like a candlestick. We moving units and measurements. Cooking it up in the lab. We just performing experiments. Since I'm the bomb atomic, these rappers out of my element.
We on the rise now. Middle fingers in the sky now. Rolling haze, so we high now. How we ride now? All coops with the top down. And we listen in the top down. Trees got a whole pound. Real G's when we come round. Niggas know how it's going down. Yeah, we on the up, bitch. Real shit you should fuck with. E&E, throw it up shit.
And we stay ballin', like we sponsored by Spalding. Poor looking for the fall in, soldiers all fall in. And we go all in, while we listening to all in. While you all talking, we smoking and coughing. Till we land in the coffin, glitching, nauseous. Yeah, stepping out office. Yeah, it is that bullshit.
Glitch, nigga, perfected my flow. If I'm on the track, then you know it's a go. The guarantee, nigga, and I guarantee treat the gas like the Clippers. You know I'm a choke. Only exotic when blowing the smoke. No one ahead of me. I got the recipe. Do this shit easily. This is my destiny. Sick throwing lobs. I'm dunking on everything. Niggas is sick, and I got the remedy. What I prescribe is extra artillery. Get in my zone and start going berserk. I'm feeling like Clay when he went off for 60. With the bullshit, swear to God you can miss me. Best friends with the money, Aaliyah and Missy. I come from the bottom. To try me is risky. Throwing this K like that bitch is a frisbee. Real talk. Let me lock in. Show these niggas what I do. Axe Rain, I be standing next to players too. Front line shit, nigga, I'm the fucking truth. Top 6 ever of the 5 in my group. Niggas still bang top down in the coop. Put your boy up and we coming for the loot. E&E shit, we the best, yeah, it's true. This the guarantee, nigga, this is what I do.
You did? Yeah. What up? It's your brethren, your brother, man. And we here, man. Tonight, we're going to chop it up for a brief. We ain't going to be here too long because there's nothing that's, I don't really think it's necessary for us to drag this joint out right here because it's just a beautiful thing, you know what I'm talking about? We ain't going to go too in-depth unless y'all want to ask some questions, and y'all more than welcome to ask me anything. Who better to tell you about me than me, right? Anything y'all want to know, just ask, right? But today, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. What up? It's your pressure for the first real, aka Staff of the Facts. And we're here with another one, Jack. It is a beautiful thing, man. Today marks 9 years since I've been released from prison, 2016. You did. You already know Yellow D, man, my nigga. I'm tripping. All right. On my Facebook family tapping in with me, you did. I know that ain't my baby Tar I see up in that old camera up in the corner, girl. Yeah, that's Tar with her fine self, man. Go and sit up there and show your boy some love. You know what I'm talking about, man? You did. Yeah, I've been out 9, man. 9 years today, July 5th, 2016, is when I got out of Pickaway Correctional Institution. And I gotta say, man, it don't seem like it's been 9 years. I got so much accomplished, but I don't got everything that I should have accomplished. But I'm still here though, and I can live to fight another day. So we just progressing slowly but surely to that land called success. You dig? That destination called success. You know? Dirty ass, stinking ass Pickaway, right? And I will say this as well, man. After doing 5+ years in a joint as a man, you should really have made the decision that upon your release, that your whole lifestyle, the chapters of your life that was contributed to the criminal lifestyle, it should be over with, right? Unfortunately, shout out to my brother Nas, Nasty Nas, Nasir Jones. A lot of dudes is in their second childhood when they Jim Jones shit. And one thing I always told myself when I was doing that 6.5-year bid, man, was I'm not gonna come home the same way I came in, man. Meaning, I'm not gonna continue to do the same things I did to get me in this motherfucker for 6.5 years. I'm gonna change the way I think, the way I view reality in the world. You understand me? I need to keep myself up on as much game as possible as far as tech and what's going on in the outside world. So when I do come home, I don't be behind or I don't be, not knowledgeable on. You know what I'm saying? Like I tell you all the time, when I was in the joint, I got a subscription to Wire magazine. I got a subscription to Popular Science, Popular Mechanics, National Geographic, GQ. I stayed up with a lot of different magazines, and plus I have people on the streets as well too. So I make sure I stay connected so I can be up on game about what's happening, right? And I'm glad that I did that, right? Because this is why I come home as a content creator, journalist, content creator, and I talk about the stuff I talk about. Because through reading Wire magazine, Popular Science, Popular Mechanics, right? This is how I stayed up on game about the smart grid and everything I talk about. Right? Right? And that's how I was able to stay ahead of the curve, right? Because as I'm reading these magazines, as I'm studying everything that I'm learning about, that they're talking about as far as Popular Mechanics, Popular Science, Wire, everything to do with tech, right? Coupled with my knowledge in other areas that are associated and connected to it, I start to put this puzzle together like around 2013, 2014, right? And one of the main reasons why I was able to do so in such an intricate way is because, one, I had access to a lot of reading material. Access to a lot of reviews. Let me tell y'all something, man. And I'm gonna put the big camera on for this. Right? Well, I'll leave it right here. Hold on. Right? No, I'm gonna put that back up there. My fault, y'all. Hold on real quick. All right. Shout out to the whole E&E, man. You know what I'm talking about? We're going to have the listening party start next week, probably with King L's next Saturday, and then the Butcher Boys the Saturday after that. But I started to put all this together when I was in a joint because it just started to reveal itself to me, or should I say the Most High helped me see it. Right. And it's a blessing that I had access to reading material like I did, because I wouldn't have been able to do my backup research, my due diligence research, as I'm reading these articles and stuff in these magazines. I wouldn't have been able to do my follow-up due diligence to be able to connect the dots from many different assets and many different facets of the things that's connected to this technology. You feel me? Everything that's going on right now. And let me tell y'all something. When Cat Williams was being interviewed by Shannon Sharp, and Cat Williams told that man he read 3,000 books or whatever he said, that's very possible. I know a lot of y'all probably thought Cat was capping, but let me tell y'all something. No, it's very possible. When I think about the number of books I read, the time that I was in prison, I can't even begin to tell y'all how many. Thousands. When you don't have to go to no job, take care of nothing. When you just sitting in a spot and you ain't got nothing but time to just like work out and think and read and really come up with a super master plan on how you're going to guide your life when you get up out of this place. Prison is definitely a place to do that. Unfortunately, not everybody takes advantage of being in prison, although they're in a very unfortunate situation, if you will, right? See, my nigga Yellow D said he took fiber optics and culinary. You know what I'm saying? Right? Right? So, right? The whole time I was in the joint, I read as much as I possibly could about everything as much as I possibly could. Excel Pro was happening, man. Right? As much as I could, because I know that I have to be as knowledgeable as I could on the things that I'm going to be speaking on. For one, so I don't sound stupid, like I'm just a nigga who been in the joint and just, you know how niggas be when they get out of jail, niggas think they all smart and shit, but actually didn't do the due diligence necessary to actually be able to show and prove how intelligent you actually are. Right? That's one of the major reasons why I did so much thorough reading due diligence. Right? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? That's why I'm so thorough on the things that I talk about. That's why, you know what I'm saying, that's why I'm so knowledgeable. That's why I can speak so articulately on the things that I talk about, because I've done my proper due diligence. And in the process, I've developed a lot of relationships, right, with people with whom I exchange and share information with. Trusted people who I know are on the same level of due diligence and critical thinking and are proper journalists like myself. You know what I'm saying? So, although a journalist never reveals their sources, which I would never do when it comes to the actual people who are actually in connection with, you know what I'm saying? Let's just say my whole experience being locked up for 6.5 years prepared me for everything I'm doing now. Literally, right? When I was in the county, right, When I was in the county, I experienced extreme levels of ridicule, condemnation, and what's another word I could use, man? And I'll just use those two: ridicule and condemnation. But you gotta think at the time that was going on, because so self was happening, man. You gotta think, man. This is at a time where Obama was still in office. They done killed Gaddafi. They had the BP oil spill, the earthquake in Haiti. We had the Patriot movement going on in America, which was being swept under the rug. Not to mention, this is when 2010 is when all of this illegal immigration shit really started jumping off, when we just started getting just bombarded with these illegal immigrants from Central, South, and Latin America. Central, South, Latin America, Caribbean, all over the world as well, specifically Mexico. Merle, cuz, what's happening with you, Mike? My nigga Merle in the building, man. What's happening with you, cuz? Right. And when I had got locked up, man, let me count up, y'all. I'm tripping. And when I had got locked up in 2010, man, you know what I'm saying, things just was crazy. And when I had got sentenced, I told myself, like, man, the world is going to be different when I come home. It's going to be different. The world structure, system, if you would, it I'll say, for the lack of a better term, it upgrades itself every 5 years in 5-year increments, 5, 10, 15, 20, like that. That lets you know that this reality is manufactured because the entities residing over it operate under such structure, hierarchical, reptilian structures. If that makes any sense to y'all, right? This is what I mean when I say we live in a very serpentine society. We live in a very serpentine reality. That's what's up, XL Pro, man. That probation is crazy. Yeah. You know? And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all some real shit. My nigga Merle say, you already know Chillin' take you on that at a time. That's all. Yeah, man. You already know, World Cuz, man. That's what's up, man. And like I say, man, I was locked up with some real thorough dudes, man. You feel me? And every guy who I was locked up with, who was a real thorough dude on the street before they got locked up and did a certain amount of time, 5+ years. You know what I'm saying? Niggas is coming home, man. After serving time like that, man, 5+ years, 10 years, 15 years, shit like that, man, the life of a criminal lifestyle should be like the furthest thing from your mind. You know, missing out on years of your kids' life, your family's life. Everything's different. You know what I'm saying? Everything's different. You know? Society's different. You know, when I was out, social media was just becoming a thing. It wasn't nowhere what it is now. And I knew when I was in the joint for 6.5 years, I knew that I was going to have to, like, you know, be informed, be aware, be privy to the level of technology as much as I possibly can from in here. And another crazy part about that is while I was in the joint, I realized how everything that I was researching, everything that I was studying about, It was being done to us on a very, very micro level. I was seeing how we was in prison being used as basically a petri dish, lab rats, that not only test out this new tech, but also these new procedures they got. The privatization of all supposed to be corporate or state-ran offices and facilities. You know, when you start, and what I mean by that is they started implementing structural societal change by first experimenting with the prison population and how it is governed and how it is monitored, how it is surveilled, and how finances are doled out, and how revenue can be and is generated, how this new technology can be incorporated to not only keep inmates coming back, but keep them comfortable as possible while they're there. On top of promoting the LGBTQ LMNOP Barbecue Committee agenda. While at the same time, right, at the same time, introducing us to genetically modified food through privatization of the food service program. Right? This is how you know when your state is in this a current state of being corporately hostile corporate takeover. And this is all part of the UN and UN Agenda 2030 and all the stuff I'll be talking to y'all about. Right? So when I was in the joint, I seen the implementation of the test studies, if you would, the study groups, if you would, the experimentation of these policies on micro populations using the American prison industrial complex, federal, state, and local. Oh, we're gonna get deep tonight. Pause. Y'all thought I just was gonna sit up here and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm just so thankful." No, I mean I am, man. That goes without saying, man. You know, I ain't been to jail since I've been home. I ain't had no run-ins with the police. So I say all that to say that the only way you're going to get fucked with the police is if you're out there doing shit that the police need to be fucking with you with. Meaning, if you're living a criminal lifestyle, which means you are living an illegal criminal lifestyle, you don't pay no job, you ain't pay no taxes. 9 times out of 10, you might ain't got no license. I wasn't that stupid. I at least had license and insurance. Right? Right? You know? That's not something you want to make a career out of. Right? My nigga Merle will tell you that. My nigga Self will tell you that. Right? And I'm glad to see brothers I know who was locked up with me, who did stretches, did more time than me, come home, living straightforward lives, got jobs, start a business, doing things in the community, you know, living a straightforward life. And it's just a beautiful thing, man. And, you know, it's after going through such experience, man, you realize, like I said in my song, man, it's what I say in the song, man. It's funny how you don't realize. It's funny how you don't realize till you get locked away how many years you wasted. Just was in the way. We was out there getting to the money, whatever we was doing, you know, whatever, man. And you sit down to that old who's guy and really think about it, like, man, you know, you really wasn't doing shit for real, man. You really was fucking around for real. Especially if you really getting to some money. Niggas ain't bought no property, niggas ain't got no homes and shit. Niggas just was fucking around. Right? So that's why I say to these young brothers out here, man, like, listen, man, you know, and as you look on YouTube, you see the plethora of content where these guys is just talking about promoting negative street, hood, gangster, hustler, drug you know. And I mean, it's all cool, whatever, right? It's cool to have discussions about certain things, though, but to aggrandize, to popularize, to you know what I'm saying, venerate. You understand what I'm saying? There's lots of words I could use, man, to magnify, you know, this lifestyle as if it's something positive or something that's conducive to you becoming the best version of yourself as being a man. I would be totally out of pocket and out of line if I went along with that. It goes against everything I believe in as a man. And being in that environment, I can sit here and tell you that ain't no place for nobody to be. You can't become the man you designed to be. Now, some of us on our path to becoming the men we're designed to be will do so even after having that experience. But let me tell y'all, man, most niggas don't make it through there with all their mental faculties in line anyway. Right? I'm going to tell you that right there. You know? Right? So to be able to do numerous years in a joint and to possess the mental fortitude to not be severely psychologically damaged, right? That says a lot about you as a man. And let me tell y'all something, man. Everybody don't come home even though they come home. Y'all let that shit sink in, right? You know, and I say that to say this. You know, y'all can tell when some niggas just got out the joint, right? Mentality. Nowadays, everybody want to get all these tattoos. They want to get all tatted up, face all tatted up and shit. I had an opportunity to do that stuff. My celly was cool with the main dude that did tattoos, man. I could be sprayed up from face to damn feet right now. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do something different. And I'm not going to get a whole bunch of tattoos. You know what I mean? For one, it's just, you know, if you're ever trying to get a job or get anybody to actually take you seriously, because everybody ain't going to sit up here and blow off of. Some of us actually going to have to get out. You know what I mean? You just want to be realistic about things, man. Not being all tatted up like that is definitely going to increase your chances of being successful. I don't want to hear just because I'm all sprayed up don't mean, that's definitely true though, but you know, it's definitely going to be a hindrance. Trust me, it's going to be. And that's why I never got a whole bunch of tattoos and stuff when I was in the joint. You know what I'm saying? My celly was cool with one of the coldest dudes that did tattoos in the spot where I was at. You know what I'm saying? I just wasn't interested. The whole time I was locked up, I did the opposite of what the rest of them niggas was doing, except when it come to getting some money. Because I am stacks with the facts. And before I was stacks with the facts, I was stacks with the packs. You hear me? And I was all about some money, which is one of the major reasons why I'm glad I had the opportunity to leave from CRC, because I found myself falling into the same situation, the same, you know, behaviors and practices that I was doing that got me locked up, as far as like hustling, as far as like, you know what I'm saying, having people bringing pack in, making money and all that crazy shit with the fucking green dots. Now they got the cash out. I could just imagine how the money is flowing now that they got cash out. But when I was in there, we was using the green dots and shit like that. Right? And I don't want to hear about none of that, man. Shut up, man. Niggas who got friends, homies in the joint know about that shit, man. It's a whole new situation now. Right? And I found myself getting more and more into that because, you know what I'm saying, we started getting a little bit of money for real. And there's definitely money to be made. But I really had to do a self-evaluation. Like, man, not only was shit getting hot, because my celly was getting hot. Shout out to my nigga Looney, man. My nigga Looney from out of Oceanside, California. Right? My nigga Looney from out of Oceanside, California. I ain't gonna tell y'all his government name, but he go by Looney from out of Oceanside, California. He the one that put me up on game about West Coast California prison politics, right? You know what I'm talking about? That's why I'm so knowledgeable to the level I am about talk, because he the one that told. And I used to always ask Looney, like, you gotta be a sucker to be a part of some shit like that, man. Like, you know what I mean? And I saw, because Looney was cool, man. He's a cool dude. You know, he had a good heart. And I could tell him, like, man, he was one of them guys who, like, he probably really didn't like bang that shit on the streets. But, you know, when you go to the joint, you got to fall underneath that shit. And he just was one of them dudes that just went along with had to go along. And I'm not knocking that. But at the same time, me being the type of guy I am, I couldn't have been a part of no shit like that. We would have to get it how we were going to get it, because it wasn't going to happen with me. Right? Shout out to Monique Robinson. You already know, man. Y'all sit up there and hit that like button, share your social engineering and all that, subscribe to the page, man. Y'all sit up there and bless that Cash App. You know, hit that super like, hit that super chat, hit that super thanks, all of that. Right? Crazy, man. Sit up there and support your interests, man. Right? LaQuay, what's up, baby? Listen. Everybody tapping in on Facebook too, man. Y'all going over there to YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube page right goddamn it now, man. Right. So I found myself, sitting up there doing some of the same stuff I was doing that got me locked up. I said, nah, man, because, shit was getting hot. My nigga Looney was being hot, acting like a nigga that ain't never had shit. You know what I'm talking about? And before things got too inflammatory, I was presented with the opportunity to because I got my security drop, to transfer to another spot. That's exactly what the fuck I did. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my nigga Zig. Shout out to my nigga Janiro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother, Rest in the Essence, my brother Mac White. You know what I'm talking about? Damn, Rest in the Essence to Mac White. Shout out to my homie Exit 32, what they do, my homie Dawson. Up out of that goddamn Middletown, Ohio. You need. Shout out to my homie Josh from out of Cincinnati, man, who's doing real good for himself. My brother did 22 years in the joint. 22 years in the joint. That brother came home, got his business degree. I'm talking about he's the manager of a couple restaurants up here in Columbus. He moved up here to Columbus. Then go back to Cincinnati, stayed in here in Columbus. He's the manager of 2 restaurants. I think he's about to open up his own food truck. And he wanted to put me up on game about the sports betting and shit. So he do that too. He's doing real good for himself. I go swing past where he work at every now and again. He be in there, man. We chop it up, man. My big homie Josh, man. Josh Richardson, man, from out of Cincinnati, man. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Brother's doing beautiful things, man. I had my brother Fridge on the show about a year or so ago. You know? He just did like 20-some years. He was in the feds and in the state. You know? It's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm talking about? So the whole time I was in the joint, man, I just made sure I kept my mind sharp. Because I knew how it was going to be when I came home, man. You know what I'm saying? And while I was in the joint, a lot of things happen, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? A couple of my people's moms died. You know what I'm talking about? A couple of people I know died. You understand me? A lot of stuff started going on in the world. Things was changing. Society was changing. And I just wanted to be up on game. I wanted to be ahead of the curve. Right? Which is why I got the subscription to Property Mechanics, Property Science, National Geographic, Wired magazine. I kind of seen where society was going right before I got locked up. Because like I tell y'all, I've been doing this for a long time. Right? That's a fact, XL Pro. Shout out to my brother XL Pro for saying that, man. That's a fact. Seeds grow in darkness, then reach the light. That's a fact. But before I got locked up, and as I was on my way to going to the joint, you know what I'm talking about, I had already begun on this path of what I'm doing right now. And just based off of what I was doing before I got locked up, I seen where it was going. That's why when I went to the joint and I knew I was going to have to do that time, that's why I got the subscription to Wired magazine. That's why I got the subscription to Proper Mechanics, Proper Science. This is why I did that stuff, because I knew what was going on. I said, man, I got to stay up on game, man, so I could be ahead of the curve, man. And in the process of doing that, of course, that puts you on different avenues, different tangents of reading other material, resource material, right, that's connected to these societal changes that's happening, right? And luckily for me, I was in the environment where I could do that, right? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, when Cat Williams said, man, listen, it's very possible to read that. Listen, y'all would think I was perping if I told y'all how many books I read. Well, I was in the joint for 6.5 years, right? You know what I'm saying? Right? You got to make sure you keep your mind sharp, man. Got to make sure your mind is sharp. You know, because it's so easy to get sucked in that bullshit that's going on in the joint, man. Some bullshit ass politics that is present in any prison system in any state in America, right? And like I say, man, I was doing the complete opposite of what niggas in the joint was doing. Niggas in there getting high, niggas in there doing bullshit, niggas in there worried about the bullshit that they worried about in there, catching fades, who got the pack, who doing this, who doing that, who had this. Just a whole bunch of bullshit. Not to mention we can't forget the fuckery that's involved with all of that, with the fun boy shit. Pause. Right? All types of fuckery. And I just didn't want to be involved in none of that shit. Right? That's the whole reason why I left CRC. Right? Start fresh at Pickaway, because I knew I was going home soon. And I didn't even want to have this mentality of hustling, getting packs, flipping. I wanted to get that shit out my system, man, because I'm not about to be, I know how society's going to be when I get home. I done read and studied these federal guidelines, these mandatory minimum sentence. And I said, me being a third time fucking, I can't be out here messing around illegally with my criminal record and history. They're going to fry my ass next time around, and I just can't have that. It's just not worth it, right? Right? Absolutely. Gotta be on point, because so many brothers I was locked up with that didn't do that, didn't take advantage of their time that was in there. Niggas is dead. You know how many dudes I was locked up with died within a year of them being released from prison? 2. Too many to name, man. You know? Too many, man. Brothers came home, wasn't able to cut the heads off of them demons that they have residing and abiding over them, and you know, presiding over them and residing and abiding within them. Hold on real quick. I gotta go get my ice cold beverage. I'll be right back. Give me a couple seconds. My bad. So I had to give me an ice cold beverage, man. And I ain't gonna show it on here because I don't want to promote these motherfuckers, man. They ain't cutting no check. Right? You gotta make sure your mind is sharp, man. Because like I said, it's real easy to get sucked in to the politics of being locked up. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I keep telling y'all, I focused on doing the opposite of what the rest of them niggas was doing. I wasn't getting involved in none of that fuckery of going on a joint, borrowing shit from niggas, being in debt with niggas, being on stupid gang shit, getting involved in, man, fuck all that shit, man. I wasn't with none of that stuff, man. You can ask anybody who was locked up with me, especially when we was at CRC. Right? All I did was work out, work in the chow hall, and come to my cell and read. That's all I did the whole time I was there at CRC. But when I became Cellies with Looney, a very lucrative opportunity presented itself to me. And I decided to take advantage because, like I said, I knew I was going home soon, eventually within the next 2 years. And I wanted to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, I was going to be good. You know what I'm saying? When I come home, I don't need to really be worrying about doing, you know, so I can have somebody to whip. I'm going to need somewhere to stay. And somebody needs some clothes, man. I'm going to need to establish some things. And then get some bread together. So when I come home, I'm going to be good. Now, mind you, I had a fortunate opportunity to get hired at it ain't even there. It's a laundromat now at Family Dollar over here on Main Street across from Kroger where it used to be. It ain't there no more. It's a laundromat now. But I got a job there. Shout out to my girl Sharon, who hired me on the spot. And that afforded me an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, get some money while also get a job and get that established and get some money from that. So, you know what I'm saying, it was a beautiful thing, man. I had a beautiful situation when I came home. Rest of the essence to my brother K-Row. K-Row was still here, so, you know what I'm saying, had some things going on. So it was sweet, man, you know what I mean? Took a brother a while to find, you know what I'm saying, to get, and this is at a time when I'm telling y'all, man, This is why I say live a straightforward life, man, because when you got these felonies on your record, it be kind of, I ain't gonna say it's difficult. I'm gonna say it's challenging, man. It's challenging to be able to get the simple stuff like a place to stay. You could be having 2 jobs, working full time at this job, part time at this job, but they be wanting you to make a certain amount of money, or even if you can afford, even if you do make a certain amount, let's say they want you to be able to make 3 times the rent. Okay, you make 5 times the rent in a month, right? But due to your criminal record, a lot of people, they have the option to not rent or lease to felons, especially if you got drug convictions on your case. Regardless of it being past the statutes of limitation. Landlords and property developers have that discretion in most states. Ohio is one of them states. So although it would be very difficult for you, or should I say, it'd be very challenging to find a place to stay. That's when you have to look and put in a little bit more work than the average person. But I'm gonna tell you, with felonies on your record, coming home on the straight and narrow, be prepared to get told no when it comes to finding somewhere to stay. I would say go private. But even when it comes to private landlords who have become very janky over the years, they don't necessarily, have to abide by certain stuff. But if you're going to, I would suggest you go that route. Just trying to go get a crib at one of these nice new developments and stuff, no. It ain't going to happen, or you get real lucky. Somebody might take a chance on you. You just might have a real good job to where you make so much money and you develop your situation where your credit is decent. And now it ain't even about you having to be able to afford the money. They go off of what your credit is now. You can make 4 or 5 times the rent, but if your credit ain't a certain thing, and I'm talking about raggedy ass places, man. Like y'all tripping off of that nigga credit score out here. Wild times we live in. Wild times we live in, y'all. Right? But yeah, this is the type of stuff you gotta prepare yourself for mentally when you come home up out of that who's gown, man. You know what I'm talking about? This is the type of stuff you gotta prepare yourself for, man. Right? And the way things is now, you know what I'm saying? Like I keep telling y'all, man, UN Agenda 2030 for global sustainability is upon us. Y'all think stuff is crazy now, man. Wait for a couple more years, man. This is about to get crazy out here, man. You did? I really don't think a lot of y'all really have a full grasp of what's actually about to be going on in our country, man. And that's why I be talking about the stuff I talk about. Because I do. Right? Fortunate enough for y'all, right? And I'm not being arrogant or cocky when I say this is fact. Fortunate enough for y'all got a guy who has experience with such things, meaning, right? And understand the game that can be got from this, being that I have this experience, right? Being in a joint prepares us who have the critical thinking ability, the testicular fortitude, right? To not allow that experience to just totally fuck our minds up. And still hold on to our sanity and our masculinity and our manhood, right? Matter of fact, used it to our advantage, and it actually increased us and put us on the more direct path to becoming the best version of what we designed to be. I'm telling you right now, I was locked up with master men, niggas who doing great things since they've been home from prison, man. Outstanding things. beautiful things, right? It's a beautiful thing, man. Shout out to all my brothers who got up out of that old who's gal, man, and sitting up here living a real straightforward life and being successful at it too. You dig? Real talk. You know? And it's been 9 years, man. I've been home for 9 years, man. You know? And a lot of stuff happened within these past 9 years. You know? I ain't gonna get into depth about, you know, too much negativity or you know, too much stuff as far as like deaths and all. I ain't about to get into all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, this is a celebration. This is a celebration of life, my life, right? And ain't no life that's real better than yours, man. Ain't no such thing as a life that's better than mine, except for Jen. You hear me? And that's one of the main reasons why I do all the stuff I do. All right? That's why we as parents do what we do. So our children don't have to grow up like how we did. But notice in all the efforts to make that happen, we end up creating certain situations that create the exact environment for our children that we grew up in. And that's something that I had to deal with while I was in there. You know, it's a lot of guys sitting in prison who are going through very severe emotional and mental issues, man. And even though, and oddly enough, they're in a place where they can positively address such things that will help them become a better person and a better version of themselves. So upon their release, they can really become who they're supposed to be. But on the other side of that, you can also go to prison and become the very worst version of yourself. You can go to prison and become the absolute worst version of yourself. I've seen it happen too many times. You know? Way too many times. The corruption is just crazy, right? That's why you got to be fortified in many ways when you're up in there, man, because demons abound. Right? Let me tell y'all something about that old who's gal, man. Demons abound. You got people in there for some of the most, just lascivious, diabolical, evil crimes. So you can best believe in that environment, there's heavy, heavy demonic presence. Right? Right? I'm telling y'all. Another reason why when I was in there, you know what I mean? This is the reason why I developed my relationship with the Most High. This is the reason why I put a lot of focus on becoming spiritually fortified. Because I also understand in this world we living in now, it's more than just a psychological warfare going on, man. So you gotta be well equipped on all sides, man. So that was very important too. It was also very important for me to, you know what I'm saying, bestow some wisdom upon the young brothers in there who, you know what I'm saying, I know, or who I came across, you know what I'm saying, that I, you know, as long as they put effort in to stand on the right path, that they wouldn't allow themselves to be consumed by the rigmarole of being locked up in the joint. Because unfortunately, right before I got up, it was just like an onslaught, man. It was just like an invasion, if you would, like how it is with these illegal immigrants. It was a lot of them coming in and a lot of young niggas coming in. Heartbreaking situations, man. These young brothers, man. You know what I mean? Young boys, man. 18, 19, 20, 21. young boys coming in 60 years, 28 years, 23 to life, 25 to life, 77 years. Like, God damn, man. Right? And not really taking in the full brunt of what they're about to be experiencing, most of them for the rest of their lives. Right? Right? Young boys, man, lives is just destroyed. Right? Over with. It's going to be here for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? So I felt it was my obligation, you understand me? My duty as being an OG that I am now to bestow them brothers with as much wisdom and knowledge and goddamn it, understanding, you understand what I'm saying? Critical thinking skills, coping skills, you know what I'm talking about, words of encouragement, because listen here, man. When you up in that old who's gal, man, you a young brother, 19, 20, man, and you got 40 years to go. I'm telling you, man, it's a different type of mindset you're going to have to take on, young brother. You feel me? And like I told y'all, man, demons abound. XL Pro said a buddy of mine did 10 years from 16 to 26, Arkansas prison, and learned the well. Now mentors youth, black youth in his trade program. Hard one well. See, that's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. And I know lots of success stories like that. I know lots of young brothers who came up out of that joint, went in a young man, came out a grown man, and did the right thing, like hang around guys like me, and went home and did a motherfucking thing, man. Shout out to your homie, XL Pro. And that's what I'm about to get into. That's what I'm getting into. That's why I've just been behind the scenes. You know, so I'm kind of falling back on the content ground. You know, so I've been focused on the real work. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that this ain't the real part of the real work, but I'm talking about as far as in the community. And I don't really like to speak on too much until I got actual tangible stuff, which I do, but it's not at the time. But being that's one of the major things why I do what I do, because you know what I'm saying, us brothers that have went through this experience and still have our mental faculties together, we have not been tainted or tarnished severely negatively by our experiences being in prison, man. We got a lot of gang, man. We got testimony for these young brothers, man. And if you say you care about the young brother youth, man, what better way to, and then of course everybody ain't gonna listen, because you know these niggas is YNs out there. They call themselves demons. Right? We're gonna focus on the ones who don't want to be demons no more, man. You feel me? So we got a lot of things going on behind the scenes, man. You know what I'm talking about, trying to get, you know what I'm saying, situations going on to where we can really, really help brothers, especially these young brothers, man. So, you know, when y'all gonna see, man, like I said, 2025, man, beautiful year so far, man. Things is going beautifully, man. And you know, like I said, you know, I really don't like to speak on too much before, you know what I'm saying, but what I can tell y'all that is big things going on, man. You feel me? Tap in and walk with me. You dig? Let me show y'all something. This is one of the major things that I've done since I've been home, and I'm really proud of myself for this, right? You dig? So when I got out the joint, you know what I'm saying, I was going to the Goodwill taking IT classes, man. You know what I'm saying? I got certified in some things, some stuff that's still on my resume to this day that definitely contributed to me being able to do things that I am doing today. So I appreciate that opportunity as well. But when I was working, when I was going to Goodwill, I had the opportunity to get a job working at Aero Electronics, right? Which is the world's leading company of its type that deals in major data wiping and for corporations on the wholesale side. as well as developing new electrical capabilities for software and hardware for computers on the level of selling them in mass amounts, mass quantities to different tech corporations and stuff like that, and other various corporations. They got a lot of contract. They had a lot of contractors, but they was doing downsizing like most of these corporations is doing, right? And they closed the plant down where I was working at in 2019. I got out in 2016, was in a halfway house for about 5 months and some change, got out the halfway house in December of 2016, and I was starting that Arrow on December 27th of 2016. I got out the halfway house December 22nd of 2016, and I started working at Arrow December 27th of 2016, right? And they laid us off in September of 2019. You know what I'm talking about? And it was, I understand why I went to Arrow, because it prepared me for stuff I'm doing now. When I was working at Arrow for that 3 years, it's little almost 3 years, right? I got them to learn everything about breaking down computers, network servers, smartphones, tablets, all type of stuff. And I used to work in the repair department. So, you know what I'm saying? That was one of my side hustles for a while too. And I still do it to this day, is when people want to do repair to their computers. You know what I mean? HP, Dell, goddamn it, gateways, you know what I'm saying? Microsoft computer, any type of computer, I can break that bitch down and just straight do the repairs on it and troubleshoot them. You feel me? It was very lucrative hustle for me back in 2017, 18, and especially during the pandemic, right? But Arrow shut down in 2019, right before the pandemic. And I was like, man, I was been working all this time. I was just discouraged. Cause like, man, there's a lot of this going on. A lot of corporations was just like closing down and stuff like that. And I was like, man, you know what, man? These people done gave me a nice little severance package, man. I'm on unemployment. You know what I'm saying? I got some money saved up. I got a couple things going on. Like, I'm good. Like, I don't even really need to work for real. So I went to Ohio Media School, where I graduated from in 2023, right? With the equivalent of a bachelor's degree in radio, television, broadcasting, as well as a degree in film emphasis, right? And you know what I'm talking about? And that was a great experience for me, man. You feel me? Because that's one of the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. I had opportunities too, man. But like I say, man, when you on a certain path, you can't veer off that path, man. And I know it might seem like, damn, you had this opportunity, but you know what I'm saying? That's just not how it's meant to be all the time. When I was working out, when I was going to Ohio Media School, I got connected with a lot of different people. You know what I'm saying? Some people who I recently just linked up with not too long ago. It's a beautiful thing, but I had opportunities to work at Channel 10 TV News, Channel 6, Fox, at the radio, and you know what I'm saying? I just knew, like, nah, this is not why I went to media. I didn't go to media school to get a job working in media. You know what I'm saying? I went to media school so I can learn the ins and outs of how the media business works firsthand, and I did that, right? And what I will say is that everything is hierarchical. Everything's corporatized, even the media industry. Of course it is, right? And when you're on the path of doing certain things, man, you know, you gotta follow your, I'm gonna say follow your, for lack of a better term, follow your gut. And you know what I'm saying, my gut, if for the lack of a better term, was telling me, no, this is not the path for you, man. You know what I mean? But lucky for me, I still got connections up here at Ohio Media School. And, you know, lucky for me, you know, I'm a hell of a guy and I know how to transfer all my skills I gained from my other lifestyle and transfer to what I'm But it's the reason why I operate and move the way I do, because when I'm establishing and building, I got to make sure the people I'm with me is really with me. You know, so I don't mind certain things. You know, you did without getting too in depth with all of that. You know what I'm talking about? We living in times now to where, you know what I mean, we being made to think that you know, we got to be conform to societal perspectives on things, societal views on things. We've been made to think that we got to conform with the rest of, you know, the hive mind collective that I be talking about a lot. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely refuse. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? And me doing the stuff I do as far as, you know, journalistic and all of that, you know what I mean? It's not conducive for the corporate media environment. Let's just say that. Right? And I'm going to leave it at that. Right? But I ain't gonna lie, right now, if I was given an opportunity, I might entertain something. I also been asked to like run for like city council, and like, nah, it ain't gonna make no difference down there. You'd be better off working by yourself independently, straight grassroots, grinding, balls to the wall, pause, and starting at your own self and trying to do it like that. Because that stuff come with a price. And it's a system. You know, and I try, you know, when you really want to make a change and the difference, you got to try to operate as much as you can outside of the system, which is very difficult to do, seeing as how everything's consolidating and, you know, all these damn entities is like trying to like consume every industry. So you just got to be there. That's the point of getting on code. That's the point of like-minded men coming together. That's the point of us sitting here pooling our resources, putting our differences to the side, and linking up like a bike chain so we can create more lucrative situations for ourselves, right? And this picture right here is when I graduated from Ohio Media School. You know what I'm talking about? One of my major accomplishments since I've been home. And hence, y'all have Stacks with the Facts. Tap in, walk with me. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm about to drop the link if anybody want to ask me some questions. You know, you want to add something to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Sit up there, smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. You know what I'm saying? Contribute to the situation. You know what I'm saying? About to tighten some things up. You know what I'm saying? After I get the major things behind the scenes all rolling and roll the ball rolling, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna switch it up over here on the show, man. We're gonna be suited and booted, man. We're about to be talking about everything is a work in progress. And, you know what I'm saying? We have the time is of the essence. You know what I'm talking about? You did straight like that. You know what I'm talking about? You know, smash that like button, click on it. It's a beautiful thing, man. Listen, man. So many dudes I was locked up with lost their lives when they got out, man. So many dudes, man. And, you know, it's a sad situation, though, man, because a lot of guys I was locked up with, you know what I'm saying, and this let me know how powerful, you know what I'm saying, or should I say, this lets me know how powerful LSD can be made by some people. Notice what I said, right? This is how powerful I know people can make LSD to be in their life, right? It was people who I knew who was on the path to, you know, of a positive path as far as like doing the things that they should be doing in prison to like prepare themselves to be experiencing life outside of prison. and being successful with that. And it's like when them dudes went home, like all of that shit was a facade. It just was perping. For whatever reason, they was perping. Niggas went home, went straight back to doing drugs, straight back to selling drugs, and end up getting smoked. Or end up getting, end up dying from an OD, from some fatty or some shit like that. You know, a lot of dudes is dope fiends nowadays, man. And I told everybody, listen, because all the pills and stuff got popping from like 05 to like 09. And I knew it when it was just such a rage, like, y'all niggas gonna be dope things in the next 10 years, man. 10, 15 years, all you niggas is gonna be dope things. And here it is, I come home from the joint, niggas is straight dope things. Being pill popping animals. Now your ass is just a dope thing. Looking like you smoking straight crack. Rest in the essence to all my homies that done died from their drug issues, man. I'm talking about niggas sit up here straight butterheads, nigga, when I come home, man. Niggas who used to be in the club, popping the pills, you know what I'm saying, on they Fabo shit. Zans, perks, trims, trips, all the dumbass shit. So you niggas gonna be dope for you. Y'all understand that shit is heroin, right? You understand all these drugs that they is just flooding the motherfucking illegal market with. You understand they're opiates, right? Understand they're highly addictive. And here it is all these years later. You got young 18 to 24-year-old dudes walking around looking like straight dope things. Asking for dollars at the fucking gas station and shit. Young nigga, I'm looking at the young nigga face. I know the young nigga like 21, 22. He's straight dope fiend, butterhead. Straight dope fiend. In front of the gas station asking niggas for dollars, jeans dirty, hair looking crazy. Straight dope fiend. Young boy. Young boys. Young men. Right? I knew it. I knew that was how it was going to be. And a lot of you older niggas, straight dope things, got dying. Niggas out here doing drugs and shit. Like you ain't just spend your teens, your 20s, your 30s, smoking, drinking, drugging, not eating right, not exercising, not drinking water. Just getting high and eating bad food and not exercising whatsoever. Here I come home in 2016, niggas is dropping like flies. Niggas dying from diabetes, niggas dying from high cholesterol, blood pressure, all type of crazy shit, man. Right? That's why when I was in the joint, I made sure I focused on my physical health. I watch what I eat. I do that to this day. I meal prep to this day. I don't eat a lot of shit. I don't eat all the bullshit that I was eating when I first started being out. You know, I changed that shit up. It takes a lot of discipline, man. Right? I incorporated all of this stuff while I was in the joint. It's like you got to develop a level of discipline, you understand me, that is unmatched. You know what I mean? And I stuck with that. I said, man, I've been working out for the past 2 years straight. Right before I go home, I want to incorporate, right, plans to continue this when I go home. And I did that. I linked up with L. Well, I got out the halfway house in December. I was staying with my sister Adrian. Shout out to my sis Adrian, man. My sis Adrian let me come sleep in her crib, live in her crib for a little minute. She had a 1-bedroom apartment, man. Me and my sister, but she worked just like I do, so we were rarely there with each other. But shout out to my sis. Let me stay in the crib for a couple months. You know what I'm saying? I ended up getting my own spot by like May of 2017. You feel me? It's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my sis Adrian, man. You know what I'm saying? We about to get them sibling Saturdays popping here shortly. You know? And the nigga got it out the mud, man. You know, so I was working at Arrow, working at Family Dollar, had other stuff going on. You feel me? It's a beautiful thing, man. But it ain't gonna be like that for all of y'all, man. Some of y'all dudes is coming home with nothing to nothing. Which I would suggest if the opportunity presents itself to you, you go home and you go to that halfway house, man. Go to that halfway house, man, get you a job, man, stock you up some bread, get your stuff together, go to them little classes, man, go to the little things, whatever, man. Get your situation together, your social security card and all that stuff, man. Bank account popping, all of that, man. Man, listen, man. I strongly suggest, especially if you just did like 5 or more years, man, listen here, you better take advantage of that stuff, man. And then follow them rules when you go to the halfway house too, man. Follow them damn rules, man. You're gonna be glad you did it, man. There's a lot of brothers that just get straight out the joint. Nowhere to go, no nothing. And that's why niggas end up going back to the joint or dying. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to sit up there and goddamn die. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, though, man, it's a beautiful thing, y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. I'm blessed. I'm honored, you know what I'm talking about, to still be here. You know what I'm talking about? It could be so much better for the kid. You know, so everything ain't sweet. Things could be a lot better in certain areas for your brethren, but let me tell you, it could also be so much more worse. So with that being said, I'm thankful for everything I got, and the stuff I don't got, I'll get it eventually. Right? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my peoples at Ohio Media School. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my brother, Mr. O, with the info. My Joe from Chicago. He went to the Illinois Media School, which is all part of the Be On Air network. You feel me? Network. And it's all part of this. It's basically all owned by the same company, Be On Air. Right? So the Ohio Media School is the sister program to the Illinois Media School, owned and ran by the same people. And it's a very tedious thing to do. It requires a lot of your time and attention, and it's very serious. And I say shout out to my brother, Mr. O, for completing. You know what I'm saying? I even made my own movie while I was at the Ohio Media School. What y'all know about that? Right? I'm going to pull it up for y'all real quick, just so y'all can just to give confirmation of the information. You know? Let me just see if I can type this in. So we can just go straight to it. Shout out to my girl Isha, man. Right? Let me switch it up for y'all real quick, man. Right? While I was in Ohio Media School, I made my own movie. Shout out to my brother James, man. Him and his beautiful wife just got married last weekend. I was supposed to be with him this weekend in Canton filming the damn game, the tournament, but unfortunately I wasn't able to make it. You know what I'm saying? But it's always more. But yeah, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole movie, man. My man Glitch said it on the song I got. You feel me? Riding Low. Or should I say Sitting Low. You know what I'm saying? My nigga got the camera out. My nigga shooting movies. You hear me? That was based off of this. Facts. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to my girl Isha, who played the main character. It truly was a no-budget movie. All shot on my T7i DSLR Canon camera. Edited by one of the coldest video editors in the state of Ohio, my brother James, Hard Knock James, you know what I'm saying, Thomas, man. You did. Y'all go check this movie out, man, on my page. Go to my videos. Smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, sharing social engineering, man. Go check out the movie The Golden Fleece. You feel me? We can watch the trailer real quick.
Man, who are you? And why am I here? Now, how the fuck am I supposed to go find spiritual enlightenment? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
I wanted to end the play this character.
Oh, Holy Lord. Can you talk to me? Can you let me know what's going on? How to deal with these really weird-ass rituals. Holy dry bone. Do you hear me up here talking to you, little dry bone? If I sit here and talk to you, and you don't breathe life into me? Now, how the fuck am I supposed to go find spiritual light?
Saying that the white people are less or more evil than the blacks or the browns or anybody else. Black people, the world is suffering from the evil of European whites and American whites.
My brother Chris.
Can you show me the path to spiritual light? So, and I'm looking for it.
Task force, black force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream.
You feel me, man? That's the trailer, man. We out here shooting movies, man. I've been developing a dope ass script too, man. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be fire. But you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother James, man, for editing that, bringing that to life. I appreciate that. This is the first time he ever, you know, had to do editing for a whole entire movie. So it was a learning experience for him too. Shout out to my brother, man. You know, it's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm saying? We out here, my nephew. I was hanging out with my nephew last night. Him and his people, him and his best friend about to come on the show. They're up and coming videographers, cinematographers. You know, so he actually in the process of filming a new movie right now. So, you know, so definitely gonna see some collaboration work on behind the camera side with me and my nephew. You know what I'm talking about? Matter of fact, I'm gonna just sit up here and show y'all a picture, man. Me and my nephew, man. Rest of the essence to my brother K-Roll, man. My brother K-Roll got killed since I've been home. You feel me? But I ain't really want to focus on that tonight because, you know what I'm saying, I would rather focus on a more positive aspect. You dig? But yeah, though, let me show y'all this picture of me and my nephew, man. You know what I'm saying? We're about to be the up and coming movie directors, man. You know what I'm talking about? Shooting movies, man. You dig? Let me show you. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of me and my nephew we took last night. You dig? This is me and nephew right here. You know what I'm saying? My brothers, yeah, Marwan. I think Marwan and Tyron is the same age, man, but I ain't for sure. But this is me and my nephew right here. This is one of my brother's oldest sons. My nephew, you know what I'm saying? He looked just like my bro for real. Look just like that nigga. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's me and my nephew Wani, Marwan. You feel me? He's an up and coming movie director, movie producer, cinematographer, videographer. You dig? Just like we keeping this shit in the family. You dig? It's a beautiful thing, man. You know what I'm talking about? Shooting the movie. My man Glitz said that, man. You feel me? So yeah, y'all, man. Don't nobody want to come. Ain't nobody got no questions for the kid. You know, y'all want to ask me nothing like that, man. We about to get on fire, so I didn't want to stress this out too long. Ain't really no need to. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate everybody tapping in. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing to be home. You know what I'm saying? For 9 years. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had to resort back to any states of recidivism. I haven't had a return to crime. I didn't have a need to, although the opportunity presents itself often. If I wanted to, I really could, but I don't desire to. You feel me? That goes against everything I stand for now. I don't know how I will be able to explain myself to Jen behind a damn jail cell or goddamn visiting booth. How after 9 years or whatever, going back to the joint after being away out of her life for the first basically 6.5 years of her life. I just always see that scene in Blow when George Young was talking to his daughter, man. And I don't want that for my daughter, nor myself. So that's one of the main reasons why I stayed on the straight and narrow since I've been home, right? And what I can honestly say is if you don't participate in an illegal lifestyle, criminal lifestyle, you absolutely will not come in contact with the police. Very rarely if you do. So that's why I tell people live a straightforward life, man. Just don't commit crimes, man. That's all. You can live your life, just do not commit crimes. Because you will go to jail. You go into jail, man. And you fuck around, go to the joint. And the thing about it is, man, a lot of y'all just ain't built for that shit. Right? A lot of y'all gonna sit up there, catch a case, and go to the jail and find out that you really is a fun boy. And now you're being sent to the very environment that's going to allow for all that fun boy energy, all those fun boy tendencies that you've been keeping a secret on the streets. Now you're in an environment where every last one of those things can manifest. Pause. Right? So I just want to, in everything you do, you got to be a man first. Right? Before you're black, before you're a Crip, Blood, Vice Store, GD, BD, CD, gang, whatever you is, you got to be a man first, man. And one thing for sure, two things for certain, when you're up in that who's gal, you're going to know who the men and who the fuck niggas is. You're going to be a distinct separation from the men and the males. A lot of people always ask me, like, why you make a differentiation between men and males and women? Because it's a difference, not the same. Similar, but not the same. All males aren't men, but all men are males. Right? And I know firsthand, from firsthand experience, man, I've witnessed this. You know what I'm saying? That's why I make the difference, and that's why I can, and that's why I do. Because I know that there is a difference, and I know the difference. A lot of niggas professing to be men is none of the such. Nothing. Right? And we can get to that later tomorrow. And I'm about to do it right now. I'm about to make it up for right now. Tomorrow, we're gonna do an early afternoon show on the homie Young Noble. Rest in essence, the Young Noble from the Outlaws crew. He unfortunately took his own life the other day for reasons of insanity, I'm sure, but we don't know. I've been looking into it some today, and tomorrow I'm going to look into it and do a little bit more due diligence. We might just have it a little bit later in the evening too. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing my meal prepping. I'm going to be doing the rest of my laundry, cleaning up around the crib some more, get things in order for next week. So we might just do the show later tomorrow evening. You know what I'm saying? I'll make my mind up when I get done with this show tonight. Yeah, man, it's a sad situation, man. Like I say, man, we never know what people's going through. We never know what brothers is going through. Clearly, people be having them demons, you know what I'm saying, that they ain't cut their damn heads off. You have befriended and you have made friends with your demons. You have domesticated your demons. You haven't choked their asses out and slammed their asses down to the ground and cut their fucking heads off yet. And until you willing to do that, that shit is going to follow your whole fucking family, man. You know, you can run, but you can't hide. Just like that song, Hotel California by the Eagles, man. You can check out, but you're never going to leave. Right? So tomorrow we're going to pay tribute and we're going to dig a little into the situation surrounding our brother, the Young Noble. You know what I'm saying? He was one of Pac's homies out of the Outlaws crew. And, you know, unfortunately, the brother made the decision to unalive himself a couple of days ago. And let me tell y'all something. Right? Just because somebody let me take my glasses off. Just because somebody has mental issues, that doesn't necessarily mean they're being presided over or have residing or abiding within them demons. Everything isn't demonic. when it comes to mental health issues. Some things are just emotional. All ailments, all sicknesses are based in emotions, emotional trauma, traumatic experiences. All sickness, cancer, leukemia, diabetes, schizophrenia, but not all of them are associated with demonic residing or abiding. Not all of them, right? And I say that to say that just because somebody got mental issues don't mean they got demons residing over them or residing abiding within them. Everything that's emotional ain't necessarily demonic, right? I had to learn this for myself, you know? But when it comes to committing suicide, right? When it comes to unaliving yourself, understand that that is a clear cut. I'm talking about that is a prominent clue. That is a strong indicator that there's some demonic activity going on with this person. Because one thing the Most High absolutely didn't design us to do is to ever be in the mind frame of offing ourselves. Let's be clear with that, right? But we're going to dig into that tomorrow, right? So smash that like button, click the bell, subscribe to the page, share on your social engineering. You did. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page, man. Talking to the pocket like a Houston, or should I say Toledo Rocket, man. You know, contribute to your interest, support your interest, man. Support Black Male Media, man. We're about to get straight to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, and we're going to do it like we used to it, man. Damn, that's crazy about the homie Young Noble, man. That's wild, man. Hey, brothers, man, get out there and talk to somebody, man. Going through some things, you know, as men, we being made to believe and think that we got to fix everything on our own. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no help. We got everything figured out. And nah, man, there's a such thing as taking on too much, man. It's definitely a such thing as taking on too much. Brothers, man, go get some help, man. Go talk to somebody, man. Don't be stuffing feelings, right? Don't be sitting up here, you know what I'm saying, creating all these walls to isolate yourself from people, man, because that's when the demons really have fun with you. Isolation can be good, but realize we live in a dualistic reality, man. It can also be very bad. You have to have balance in everything you do. And when it comes to committing suicide, y'all, understand that that is a person who was completely out of balance, completely out of sync. Understand that. Understand that in order to unalive yourself, there's definitely a demonic presence in your life. Because only that would lead you to want to do so.
Check what it does.
Check
what it does. You can just record your vocals like this.
Yeah.
Then you
desire unaliving ourselves.
That's not necessary.
That shit is alive from the deepest, darkest pits of hell, man. You hear me, y'all? Most High ain't designed you to ever contemplate unaliving yourself. The devil is alive. Right? So rest in the essence of Young Noble, man. We're going to get to it tomorrow, y'all, man. Smash that like button, click on the bell, subscribe to the page. Of course, share with your social engineering. You know what I'm saying? Support your interests, support Black Male Media. You know what I'm saying? We up out of here, man. Till tomorrow, man. We out.
CORRECTIONAL. Going to hurt.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings. All black everything, we got black tea. All black coffee, man, I don't add green. North give you all you need, no more caffeine. Close down the whole set, no more casting. Remove targets off our back like a black team. We keep growing up the game like a black team. The girl got a problem with me, then get at me. I'm tired to a bumper, now you got a drag queen. You can't stop me, you old as jalopy. This is past me, and I got it photocopied. Caught up on film, flow, trash and sloppy. Trying to attack me, you a carbon copy. I see the heat like 10 mini blocks, and I charge for a look, put me in a penalty box. Man, I'm killing the ops while I look at my watch. All hands on deck like the time on the clock. Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on our black
Keep
kings.
my grass cut low to catch a glimpse of the snakes. Devilish serpents with purpose to steal your cake. Smiling in your face while they got their eyes on your safe. Yeah. Boy, that hatred, man, they make you do some foul things. Switch up on your niggas like the numbers when the Dow change. When I'm with familiar, still a grind like a broke. Take it for granted, shit be gone in the proof of smoke. Better put your plan in action, niggas get you used to hope. Formulated the plan, calculated the steps. 2020, my vision, see my way to the check. Only way is up, I made my way to the steps. Let's go. Look, only way to move is building kingdom shit. Niggas won't make a move, want you to bring them shit. But God bless the child that can hold his own. They want to give you numbers in a cell like a mobile phone. But fuck a cop any wicked, you this was just fuck. Cause niggas on the edge, there for you to push. Bullets loaded tight up in that magazine. Bring a nightmare to American dreams.
Task Force, Black Force, we the tag team. If it's a nightmare, then it must be a bad dream. E&E, running our lanes like a track meet, skipping over hurdles. Call us a track team, all paperwork legit. It's the fact team, then double up the championship belts like a tag team. Black on black, yeah, it's a black thing. Black jewelry shining on all of our black kings.